Welcome. Trade of the Day is always brought to you by Day Trade the World. Get your trading journey started the right way. Check that QR code below. And in a snap, Snapchat has gone absolutely ballistic since its earnings. We all remember what happened. Look, it absolutely cratered. And sometimes when you see a monstrous gap to the downside, a lot of times if it does not break any lower, you get these nice little relief rallies. So we came into this thing, and I got my 15-minute chart up here. You came into this as it made a double bottom, rallied to the top, and I'm just looking at that high. We're talking about this 850 failed break on the close show, where it got to about 856 and 860 definitely held up. So I had that one marked off to be sure. And then from there, some psychological levels, $9 and then $9.50. So when you come in the morning, if it worked shorting the 850 level yesterday and the earnings were bad, my first thought is going to be, hey, let's just go back to the level that works fantastically, and that's that 850 short. So we do pop. I'm going to show you right off of the open here. There is the pop into 50. Grab that short on the way back into the downside. Looks like, hey, everything's going to be perfectly solid. Take a couple legs out. It gets down into 30 range. Could be trending downside here, but no, it ends up putting in that higher low. And for me, at this point, it's a double top on the morning range. But you gotta also remember that it's this double top here. And that's what turns it into a reverse into that long side of the trade, because you've got a double bottom, you're making higher lows, you just put in a double top on the opening range and a higher low on the shorter time frame as well. So we're thinking jailbreak, long breakout trade, scalping heavily out in that first 870 up to 875, and then holding on to that last quarter for the next level. Well, you know I'm going to take a shot at this short. When you're talking about a $9, $10 stock here, if it gets to $9, I'm going to want that rollover. I said I was covering in front of 9 if it got there. I did hold on to the last little portion, giving it that chance. When it failed at 890, I got out. Probably should have shorted at that moment when it got to, I think it was like 893 or 894. That was probably that best chance to get a bit of a retracement. It never followed through. When I eventually get the short off of 9, it just doesn't last very long. But then we're doing the same thing we did before. You got that $9 level, and it's tricky to see here, but on the way down, there was a little bit of an opportunity in the aftermarket where it tried to bounce into that $9 area, but it's also psychological. So same plan as before. The short doesn't work at that level. The trend is to the upside. It's a nice top consolidation break. You're long 9 again. Now, when it's already moving like this, I'm shotgun getting more shares out early in the day when there's a better chance that it could have that reversal flush, because that's what the open does. At this time of day, once you get into lunchtime, it's not showing any signs of slowing down. So it initially scalps them out, then it's like, hang on to it. Gets them out the top end of the range. But if it holds that top, no shotgun here. Just wait for it to get that next 10 cents. If it holds that high here, wait for it to get up to that 950 range. The trend is a little bit stronger, and you want to be far more patient when it comes into lunchtime. Now, I could have held this for 950 and maybe got an extra 7 or 8 cents out of it, but I was thinking short at 950. And the only reason I'm not short this thing is the market pulled back. The overall market dipped. Lots of shorts came in. I mean, there were plenty of opportunities out there. I was shorting some Netflix while this was happening. I know Sean had some great shorts in Microsoft. But this decided it wanted to make a run at the high of the day again. And when I see that happen, I was already out of the long. No need to jump into the short, but I did short 850. I shorted 9, very tight stops, reversals at those prices, but no short at that 950 level for me. Kind of learned my lesson there. Always a chance it rejects, fails, and traps some longs at 950. But I'm just happy that we're able to play the key levels with an open mind to jumping back into the long. Even if I wanted, everything about me wanted to be short those big even dollar levels, but we're able to play the trend here on Snapchat today. Big move to the upside, but in context, it's just trying to fill that gap that we saw in there. And that's what you got to look for sometimes. As always, Trade of the Day brought to you by Day Trade the World.